Hello, 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 and welcome to Strange Horticulture. This is a pretty chill um, game about where you run your own little plant shop. I am going to actually turn auto labeling off for this run. Where you run your own little plant shop in a little town. It's pretty cozy. This town holds a very dark secret. Um, so it's sort of a fantasy type game. Um, I'm going to start a new game. And let's jump right in. The streets of Undermere are narrow and claustrophobic. In many places, the buildings lean out at the upper floors so that neighbors can reach across and shake hands, or, more likely, exchange unpleasantries. Strange Horticulture is a small shop situated away from the main thoroughfares, but it has the advantage of being one of the few buildings in Undermere that stands alone. Plants, you may have noticed, need light, and light is in short supply at street level in this town. Recently, the shop passed to me after the death of my uncle. There is much to learn, but one thing is already clear. The rare and unusual plants that he stocked have their uses after all. This game features some small text. If you're having difficulty reading, you can hold shift to zoom in. Okay. Day 1, Friday. Making up just a smidge. Alright. Ah, okay. I've found it. An excerpt on the elusive wandering beau. Come to the library in Ambleside and I'll tell you all about it. I even found something on the gilded dendra that may be of interest. Simone. P.S. Give Hellbore a good scratch behind the ear for me. This is Hellbore. You can give pets to the kitty. Best kitty. Sorry, Hazel. Also this little piece of paper. Okay, so if you know anything about the game Papers, Please, it's sort of like there's a little element of similarity with that game, where you have like a little desk, you can move stuff around, it's a little drawer, where you can pull stuff. Oh goodness. A map of Undermere and the surrounding area. And the Strange Book of Plants by Wilfred Voynich. Yeah, so you can pull stuff over. I have like a little magnifying glass, or, you know, for ease, there's another magnifying glass. There's some labels here that I can use to label plants. Yeah, I'm gonna put that, oh, that's some letters. Dangerous plant. Grows sparsely in the hills to the northeast of Backbarrow. Keep it secret. Okay, I'm gonna put that over here. I'm gonna put the Strange Book of Plants back for now. So there's a bunch of neat stuff. I don't know what a lot of this stuff does. Archive. Oh, okay. I will deal with that later. Okay, so there's a couple of things. So there's a couple of meters over here. So there's the Will to Explore, which is, allows me to wander around the map, which I'll do in a moment. A closer inspection, which allows me to take a plant and drag it closer, so it'll give me a little descriptions. This says, the smell is faintly off-putting, but not overpowering. And then a rising dread, I don't remember what it does. I don't think I played far enough in my initial run. That says, I have a growing fear deep within me. I cannot let it take hold. And then I have my plants up here. So we have a few funky ones. So let's see. So this one the flowers are red with a sweet scent. Small leaves, delicate flowers. So as we kind of progress through the game, we'll learn how to identify a lot of these plants. Okay, so I found it. An except on the elusive wandering view. Library in Ambleside. And a dangerous plant grows sparsely in the hills to the northeast of Backbarrow. Okay, I'm gonna go... This is glowing, so I'm gonna ding it first. Right. Victoria Gray. I must have walked past this shop 100 times without ever stopping to look. What a wonderful place to spend your day, surrounded by plants. I came here because I have an unusual request. At night I hear whispered voices, too faint to hear clearly, coming from the floor above me, but nobody lives up there. The rooms are empty. My curiosity has got the better of me. I must find out what they are saying. Okay, so I need to give her St. John's Poppy. So I have to go in the Strange Book of Plants. St. John's Poppy. The vibrant petals of this flower can be brewed to create a draft that can greatly improve the imbiber's hearing ability. The flowers of the St. John's Poppy are bright red with a yellow center. Oh. That looks pretty similar. The petals are the right shape. The flowers are bright red with a yellow center. And yeah, that looks pretty similar. Red with a sweet scent. There's nothing about here that says sweet scent, but this seems like it would be a good... Okay, I'll give you that. Alright, so that is the St. John's Poppy. Plant identified, rewards, book entry. Clavilium. Marsilea clavis. According to legend, Clavilium can be used to open any lock, no matter how complex or secure. The heart-shaped leaves have earned this plant the nickname Lovelock. Okay. Awesome. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tack a label onto this. This is St. John's. Okay. So then now when I hover over it, I know exactly what plant it is. Alright. So I'm gonna go... I'm gonna close this. We're gonna set that aside. Alright. So I'm gonna go to... So I've found it. Excerpt on the... So come to the library on the side. I keep reading it up. Whole thing. I don't really need to do that. Okay. Alright, well to explore. Ambleside. Side. Ambleside, here we go. Okay, the library here, oh goodness. The library here in Ambleside is one of my favorite haunts. Simone, the librarian, is always helpful and friendly and shares some of my passion for unusual plants. Today she's grinning ear to ear and can't wait to show me what she's found. There's the library. Okay, 2 book entries. So for the gilded dendra, Marisca obitus, do not drink the sap of this plant. The lips and veins will turn black as the blood succumbs to dendra's miasma, a sure and painful way to die. The poison is so potent that even touching the leaves of the plant can be painful. And then wandering view, Bulium vagus. So called because this fungus can move slowly in the dark. It has been known to cover distances of up to several meters in a single night. The gills on the underside of this mushroom form beautiful flowing lines. They are also quite hard and sharp, earning this plant the nickname Finger's Bane. Alright. I'm gonna put this back. Okay, so I will put Simone's letter in the archive. And there's a dangerous plant grows sparsely in the hills to the northeast of Backbarrow. I'll keep it secret. I have neither the time nor the inclination. Okay. You can water your plants using the watering can to earn the will to explore. Where's my watering can? Aha! Here it is. So we'll learn some more of said will to explore. Water my St. John's Poppy. And eventually once I get enough enough plants, I'll try to organize them in some semblance of order. Okay. Sparse on the hills to the northeast of Back Barrow. Okay, so Ambleside's up here. Back Barrow. I don't think I saw that earlier. Alright, we're gonna go search just from the top down. Back Barrow, okay. So did it say to the northeast of Back Barrow? Northeast of Back Barrow. And the hills to the northeast of Back Barrow. Oops. So, Back Barrow's here. This looks like hills to the northeast. Okay. The weather changes fast out in the hills. What started as a grey morning has turned into bright sunshine. A good thing, too, because it takes me several hours to find what I came for. By the time I'm done, the cloud is sweeping back over, a cloak of unwelcome shade. I got a plant. Okay, so new plant acquired, and that's what it looks like. It says it's a dangerous plant. I want to take a look at it. Red fruits, long, flat leaves. Okay. Alright. So we'll archive that. Nothing too crazy. I'm gonna ding the bell again. David Schaefer.
Good morning. Bloody awful weather out there today. Good for the plants, though, eh? Got a letter for you.
Thank you. Oh, more like this one. Alright.
Gosforth is a hateful town. I was beaten and robbed and left to die in the streets. After many days, I was rescued by a kind stranger, just as I had come to fear that wickedness had infected the heart of every soul in that cursed place. I began my recovery in the woods to the south of the town with a group of travelers. On the northeast corner of the wood, I sat and stared at a bright flower, and tears flowed down my face at the reminder that there is beauty in this world. I shall be returning to Undermere soon. Or Mr. Guards, Amos Duncan.
Right. So Gosforth. So Gosforth is a hateful town. I began my recovery in the woods to the south of the town, so Gosforth, with a group of travelers. So that's where he began his recovery. On the northeast corner of the wood, I sat and stared at a bright flower. So Gosforth, wherever Gosforth is, the woods to the south and on the northeast corner of those woods. So we gotta find Gosforth first. Okay, so Gosforth, here's the woods, and then the northeast corner of the woods. I would say probably here? Okay. The wood has a calming effect on my mind. It does me good to escape into nature, away from the stench and clamor of Undermere. It is not long before I spy a bright flower among the trees. Alright. Wait, new plant acquired, so it's this blue dangly one. Dark blue. Alright. Those are the new plants that I've acquired. Awesome. Alright, I wanna take a look at you. A single sweet smelling dark flower. Okay. Alright. We'll put that in the archive. The bell wants some attention again. Gilbert Ames.
Something's got those witches in the forest stirred up. They're not letting anyone through. I had to take the long way round, down through the Back Barrow. I never did trust that sisterhood. Anyway, I'm here now, and I've brought Fennec from the south to trade for some lemon dandy. Hardly worth the trouble when you factor in the extra miles I've had to cover to get here.
Okay, lemon dandy. Well, book of plants. Okay, lemon dandy, here we go. Its curled leaves are thought to be the origin of the name of this plant, supposedly referring to a peeled lemon rind. Among several medicinal uses, the flower of the lemon dandy is mostly associated with curing afflictions of the heart. I saw... this actually might have been the plant that I grabbed earlier. Curled leaves. This house definitely has curled leaves. It smells faintly off-putting, but not overpowering. Okay. Well, I mean, this seems to match, and, it definitely, has those curly leaves, so I'm gonna assume this is lemon dandy. Alright, lemon dandy, plant identified. Excellent. New plant acquired. Okay, so he gave me a plant in exchange for giving him some lemon dandy. Alright. Let's take on lemon dandy. Excellent. Alright. Okay. Before I go ding the bell again, I want to identify some plants on my own. Let's see. So Bishop's Parasol, a mushroom found in dark, damp places, hitting on any light that gets close to it. Can seem to draw light in, enveloping its surroundings in darkness. What do you look like? It smells strongly of soured milk, bad enough to make my eyes water. It goes on the underside of the mushroom, see the milky fluid. I don't know, I can't see the underside of it. This one is, undersides are somewhat sharp. Actually, I should probably read this up. Not as spongy as most mushrooms. In fact, the undersides are somewhat sharp. Red warts protrude from the caps. Okay. I don't really have that many mushrooms. Yeah. I want to see if I can find this Clowillian. And if you're wondering why I'm pronouncing it like that, it's because I'm a Latin teacher. Smooth, waxy leaves. Nope, those are not heart-shaped leaves. This has heart-shaped leaves. The flowers are made up of many smaller blue flowers. They smell pleasant. Heart-shaped leaves. I mean, they do look heart-shaped. This looks pretty close. Alright, I'm gonna label this one with, oops. I'm gonna label this one, I'm gonna put a purple label on it. I'm gonna say love. I'm gonna put a little question mark on it. Because I don't know yet. But I think so. Seems right. Farmers worry. A spongy mushroom with potent abilities, unless you have to consume in small quantities. Didn't this say it was spongy? No. Did this one say it was spongy? Not as spongy as most mushrooms. Okay. Forest camphor. The strong-smelling bulb of this plant has a powerful soporific effect, making it a common ingredient in sleeping draughts. The camphor produces a beautiful, rounded, dark blue cluster made up of many smaller flowers. This looks like it might be it. It's pungent, but not unpleasant. Okay, so it's strong-smelling. The bulb is a soft yellow. The leaves are waxy. Well, this is some pretty small flowers. It's pungent, so it's strong-smelling. But it's not unpleasant. So maybe this is forest camphor. I'll put that up here. Make that purple as well. Forest. Okay. Alright. Okay. Well, I've identified a couple of plants, maybe. Let's get some will to explore. I don't know if that'll actually do much of anything for me, because... let me ding the bell first. Okay. Faye Swift. My dreams are becoming more vivid. I saw a woman, her face hidden behind a mask, and next to her a terrifying black skeletal creature. It stood tall, its roving head scanning the landscape, and though it had no discernible face, I could sense a hint of an expression about its features. It seemed to be laughing, but not the joyous laughter of a child, a sickly, horrifying laughter that chilled me like the first breath of winter. These past weeks have been getting worse.
I need sleep.
Oh, forest camphor. I just looked at that. I think this is forest camphor. I'll give that to you. Please pull.
Plant identified.
Excellent.
Butterdale. Butrium dixerat. Often found growing in clumps on valley sides, Butterdale has been used for centuries as a cure for all manner of skin rashes. The dark green leaves can be stewed and mulched to form a poultice. The flowers smell buttery to some people.
Excellent. Alright. So this is indeed forest camphor. I'm going to get rid of that little... I actually really like the purple. I'm gonna keep the purple for the ones that I identified on my own. Alright. The will to explore. I keep opening this up. Don't know if there's anything I can actually, like, go and do right now. Okay. Let's put the cat. Okay.
Nora Butterfield. Got any wandering beau? That always reminds me of, oh, what's his name? That old hermit inventor, the Wanderer. Anyway, the beau, if you've got it.
Yeah, I might have that. Let's find out. Alright, wandering beau. Okay. So called because this fungus can move slowly in the dark, it has been known to cover distances of up to several meters in a single night. Gills on the underside of this mushroom form beautiful flowing lines. They are also quite hard and sharp, earning this plant the nickname fingersbane. This one seems... So the undersides are somewhat sharp. The gills on the underside of this mushroom are also quite hard and sharp, yeah. So this looks like it is probably the wandering beau. So we'll add a label onto that. Actually, I'm just gonna give it to him. Let's see if we're right. Wandering beau. Alright. The book entry. Lady of Summer. Comtessa Aistawium. Cometessa Aistawium. Yeah, okay. The leaves curl round delightfully, which, combined with an attractive flower and a hardy nature, make this a sought-after ornamental plant. Aids with conditions of memory deterioration associated with old age. That looks sort of like this blue plant over here. We'll want to examine that. That is Lady of Summer. Let's take a look at this. A single sweet-smelling dark. I mean, that looks pretty accurate. The leaves curl round delightfully. Yeah, so it's kind of curly leaves, this correct shape. So we'll call this one Lady of Summer. Lady of Summer. And then we'll also tack on the wandering beau. Okay. Excellent. Okay. So our shop is closed. We have some bios here, so I'll read through this. So, Faye Swift is one of the people who came in. So Faye Swift is the psychic. Faye grew up with her mother. Her father was rarely violent, but once is enough. When he struck her, it finally broke the hold she had over her mother. Finally broke the hold he had over her mother, and she fled in the night, the sleeping Faye held close. Faye often has vivid dreams, but has never considered that other people do not. She came to Strange Horticulture seeking relief from her nightmares. And then this is just the chat log of what she told me when she came in. Alright, there's nobody else who's come in who's warranted a bio, but... Alright. I will identify maybe one or two more plants before I go super far. Okay. Harlequin blue. I wonder if it's this one right here. So let's see. So when the bushy blue flower heads die back, they release seeds with a downy pappus, which assists in wind dispersal. Once dried and hardened, the stems can be burned as incense. As they burn, they let out high-pitched shrieks, widely believed to be the spirits of dead souls trapped within the plant. Alright, let's take a look at this. Blue flowers, light, airy scent. I mean, it seems to have that right look to it. So they're blue flowers, bushy blue flower heads. It has this sort of bulbous shape underneath, and the like bushy flower head on top. Kind of a thinner stem. When dried and hardened, the stems can be burned as incense. It's got a light, airy scent. I mean, I guess maybe that would be nice as incense. Yeah, we'll maybe label this as Harlequin Blue with a question mark. Harlequin Blue. Okay. And then let's figure out. What's the candy root? Okay, a plant with medicinal properties that can aid with digestive troubles when prepared correctly. Care must be taken, however, as the rough leaves can be an irritant. Only the petals are safe. Assumption. Okay, so gandy root. It's got kind of like a droopy head, with big leaves. We might not have it yet. Yeah, I don't think we have it yet, because, like, this one is not the right shape. It's kind of spiky. Really, we don't have very many drooping flowers. And then this one, you can see that the petals are more rounded on the gandy root, so it can't be this one. Because this one we identified potentially as Lady of Summer. Let's see. I kind of want to see, I want to identify this one. I want to see if I have this one. So it's got long leaves, some small red berries. It's kind of like a very light, like minty green color. There's a fox button. An offering of fox button is considered by some to represent a contract of friendship between strangers. Thick, shiny leaves grow in opposing pairs along the stems. That does not really look like it. A little closer together. I'm gonna flip through. Mellow glow. This looks like it might be mellow glow. Maybe not. Among other uses for this plant, the most remarkable is that it can allow a person to pass unnoticed. Though not invisible, it is possible to become hidden from sight and memory. The mellow glow has sharp thorns that protect it from predators. Interesting. I'm not sure if this is mellow glow. Just purely because if you notice, I don't know if I can, yeah. If you notice, the thorns, on this plant versus on this drawing, the drawing has curved thorns. This has pretty straight looking thorns. So I don't think that's quite it. But it's a good thought, potentially. This one, actually, blue flowers, stiff leaves. This one looks like it might actually be the fox button, but actually on closer inspection, the fox button has some rounded leaves. And this plant has some more leaves with some sharper points. So I don't think this is quite it. Okay. Let's see, where were we? Winter boar. I'll look at this one, then there's nothing over here, then perhaps I'll end it off. Winter boar. Aloe caeruleum. Blue aloe. Also known as blue aloe or blue winter after its cool blue-gray flowers. Oh, do we have anything with blue-gray flowers? Well, this is really the only one with blue-gray flowers. Winter boar is a hardy plant often found growing in extreme cold environments. The rubbery leaves make an effective insect repellent when applied to the skin. Interesting. Alright. Well. Alright. I'm not sure. But I think, I don't know if, there's anything else that I can really identify here. I was looking at this as potentially the wren, Ipsum flavus. The long leaves of the wren are known to turn black in the presence of certain poisons, and so can be used to detect them. But it says it has no flower. Though it has no flower, it is said to smell unpleasant to those who have known death and sweet to those who have not. Okay. Alright. Well, I think that's all I'm really going to get out of this for now. And I'm looking at this. This is intriguing. I have this little shape, and I just clicked on this one. Oh, it cycles through. Interesting. But I can make this match one of these things here, so it's very interesting indeed. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Alright. Well, I think I will end the day. Very nice. Alright. Let's get this. Get a card. It started when she found something that she was not meant to find. A book, tucked away in a forgotten corner of the Ambleside Library. This card says row H and the third river. It's got a little river shape on it. Okay. Alright. Day 2, Saturday. I think what I'm going to do is I am actually going to end the episode here. I'll probably do one episode, or one day per episode, because it'll probably take me about half an hour to get through all of them, if I keep going at the same pace I have. Maybe I'll do a couple of days in one episode, but for now I'm going to end the episode here. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of Strange Horticulture. I haven't played very much of this game, and it's been a long while since I have played the little bit of it that I did. I got nowhere near finishing it, so it's a semi-blind playthrough. I don't remember what most of the plants are, but yeah, I hope that you will enjoy, and I'll be uploading this. Maybe I'll do Strange Horticulture on Wednesdays. I think I'll probably, if you're seeing this, whatever day it is when you see this is probably the day that I will be uploading all of my Strange Horticulture episodes. Yeah. So I will be uploading pretty regularly. I'll try to upload this every Wednesday if I can. Alright. Well, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and drink some good tea. Go outside. Yeah. See ya.